Today, my colleagues and I are going to talk about the topic of split personality and its utilization in Hitchcock's movie Psycho from 1960. A multiple personality disorder is a mental disorder also referred to as dissociative identity disorder or DID. People who suffer from DID have at least two different personality states, which are often accompanied by short-term memory loss or gaps. Causes for DID can be childhood trauma such as abuse, health problems, or PTSD. In his movie Psycho, Hitchcock plays with the concept of DID and its impact on the audience as a film producer. My colleagues will now discuss these topics in detail.
In the film Psycho, there is no principal character. Instead, secondary characters share the protagonism of the movie. I'll be analyzing Norman, who is an extremely important character for the plot of this movie. Norman is a middle-aged man who lives with his mother at the Bates Hotel, the family business. Norman ends up killing his mother, and not being able to accept it, suffers from split personality, in occasions believing to be his mother. This case is so extreme that when Norman falls in love with Lila, the personality of his mother comes back and kills Lila.
I'll be talking about the Oedipal complex. This term is used by Freud in his theory of psychosexual stages of development. It occurs when the stage of 3 to 6 years of age. Children experience an unconscious feeling of desire for their opposite sex parent and jealous towards their same-sex parent. In Psycho film by Alfred Hitchcock, Norman never repressed the Oedipus complex. The desire to be with his mom never got directed to someplace else. This is why Norman killed his mother and her partner, out of jealousy. Because Norman was jealous, he assumed that his mother would be jealous of him, finding other women attractive. So, Norman would turn into his mom and kill these attractive women that were arousing him.
We can detect that the film is uncanny. But first, let me explain you what uncanny really means. It is related to the vocabulary of fear, worrying, and something that you are not familiar with. One of the most relevant scenes was when the main character has finished his discussion with the chief girl and saw naked. He ran out of his motel, dressed like a mother, and go kill the girl. You are wondering why? It is because he started to have feelings for the girl, and for his own perspective, all of his love should go to her mother. It is quite scary that a grown man acting normally at the beginning ended up dressed up like her mother and act like her.
Freud said that the unconscious mind is a reservoir of feelings, thoughts, urges, and memories that are outside of our conscious awareness. Most of the contents of the unconscious are unacceptable or unpleasant, such as feelings of pain, anxiety, or conflict. Freud regarded the mind to be like an iceberg, so where the unconscious lies below and the conscious lies above. It is apparent right from the beginning that what lies ahead is no ordinary story, and a strange feeling of anxiety swells within the visual and musical intro. We are led to believe that Psycho is a film about affairs, misappropriation, murder, secrets, and mental struggle, although in the darkness there lies an examination of the temptations of wealth, sexual identity, gender roles, and sexual expression. Norman Bates is said to have murdered his mother and her lover after finding them in bed together. Freud identified the tendency of a person who was experienced a traumatic event to relive the negative event over and over in action, in memory, or in dreams. A key aspect of the theory is the urge to put oneself into situations where the traumatic experiences is likely to recur.